Hush your pie hole. Hush your pie hole. Hey, Bradley. Setting it up anyway. We got Crazy Train over here. Gonna do a little detecting around the fields. Try to anyway. Just testing it out to see if it'll work or not. If it's worthy. Check. Yeah, okay. You want the Bali? You want the Bali? This is what she wants right here. This right here. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. You ready? You ready? Gone. Gotta have that. Gotta have that in tow. Oh my God. Oh, nice. Thanks, Brad. Just playing around with my phone. I wasn't sure if I was going to be able to live stream or not. But I was just kind of seeing if I could get it to work or not. I tried to run it through my GoPro, but it didn't work very well, so. Check. Hey, Rylan. Hi. How's it going? Gonna do a little detecting around the sports field since it's empty. Otherwise, it gets crowded on the weekends. Can you guys hear me all right? Oh, yeah. There's the candy right there, and there's the Crazy Train. Waiting. 100 miles an hour, wide open. Can you guys hear me all right? I put my mic on. I wasn't sure if it was working or not. Gonna metal detect. Got my metal detector. We're gonna go around the sidelines and look for jewelry and coins and things like that. Perfect. Thank you. I'm home alone, so I figured I might as well get a little play in while I can. Get this one out a little bit too. Yeah. I guess it'd help if I got my pinpointer. Without that, forget it. Now we're ready. This one's ready. Yeah. I found some silver, part of a silver bracelet when we went around this field right here in that last video. But I got all of these fields to go around, so I figured we'd spin around that to get around these sidelines. And I finally got my triple score back, which is nice. I only had 3 trick-or-treaters yesterday, so I gave them like handfuls of what I had, but I still got a lot of Halloween candy left over. All right, let's get this show on the road. When we go to park, let's see, we'll start there. We'll do M2. Her name is Echo, my service dog. Echo the Crazy Train. Echo the Crazy Train. The star of the show. I'll get that way you guys can hear it too. Yeah. I'm going to start right here and we'll work our way down there. You just go around these sidelines a little bit. Of course, this one's got to have her ball. Get my ground tracking on. Point it down where you guys can see what I'm doing. Sometimes I do. Got an 11 right there. Picking up that foil right there. Yeah. A lot of stuff in the ground. But sometimes I sell it. Sometimes, I keep it, sell it. Getting a lot of EMI right here. Let me shift M3, do a noise cancel again. Might have to switch my coils out. Going crazy, isn't it? Back up. Let me restart it. Still going crazy. Maybe the coil. So that maybe a little quieter. There we go. Trying to pair my headphones. Oh, there we go. Now, I'm just curious, can I switch this around like that? And when does that a better view for everybody? I don't know. Don't know. Good 24, 25, 28. Right here. See if we can get it, this to quit being so noisy. No, let's dig it with a digger. Hey, back up. Maybe her radio collar that's making this thing go crazy. Back up. Serious EMI. Back up. Back up. It does. Like if I'll go to 20 kilohertz, and even if I noise cancel it and ground balance it, it's still chattery like that. And I don't know if it's these big lights or if it's the core. I mean, I set the head in. I got these lights around here, but it's still, it shouldn't be like that with a multi-frequency, and it's just chattery, chattery, chattery. But now it'll go a little bit quieter on the ground. I'll change the coil out to the big coil, see if it's still unstable, but it might be her radio collar doing it too. I don't know. And I have the sensitivity set at 10. And I'll ground balance it just for ground balance sake. But it's too it shouldn't chatter like that. And I was out on the beach with it, and it was dead quiet, so I don't know. But multi should be a lot more stable and quiet in a high EMI environment. So I don't think it's EMI. I sent the head off and they put a new main board in it. But I don't know. It just seems, because I can lower the sensitivity all the way down and it'll still chatter like that. We're testing. We're running. Just playing around to see if I can live stream anything. What an odd signal right there. Back up. Back up. Goodbye. Goodbye. Let's give it a shot. Get you guys so you can see a little bit too. Bring this one's ball. But I know this shouldn't be that unstable like that where it's real chattery. I know it's not supposed to be that way. See if we got anything in the hole. Need a more stable way to do this. Still in the hole. Still in the hole. I don't know, gang. It's kind of deep. Maybe a piece of a can or something. Deep, deep, deep. If it's too deep, we'll leave it alone. I'm really just looking for recent target shallow drops. We're on it. See if we can get a piece of it. It's probably a piece of a can or something, I would think. It's that deep. That's what it is. I got a hold of it right there. Let's see. Let's see. Yep, that's exactly what it is. A piece of a can right there. Deep, deep, deep. We'll leave it alone. We'll leave it alone. We don't want to go anything that deep anyway. Because even when I set the sensitivity down on this thing, it's still super deep. Get this plug back in order. Try M2 and see if it quiets down any better. I'll run along here. If it's still unstable, I might grab the big coil and see what happens with it. And I'm ground tracking. Still falsing. The pin. Piece of wire right there. Still jumping around. Jumping around too much. We want solid signals. I'm going to turn around right here, go back the other way. I'm going to grab the big coil and put it on, see if it's still chattery or not. Should be quiet. Should not be hearing all that, especially at 10 sensitivity. Let me try M1. Should be absolutely dead quiet. Hey, AU. Just out here testing a little live stream action. And also the detector. I'm trying to figure out if I need to send this small coil back or not. But it's a little chattery. I think I'm gonna go grab the big coil out of the Bronco. This is like, it's like RTD2 is pissed off at us. Get out of here. Get out of here with that boy. Yeah, it's just too chattery. She's just not. I sent the head back, but something's not quite right with it. Not, or at least it maybe the small coil, but it shouldn't be. I shouldn't be having all that going on. Let's go back to the Bronco and change our coil out. Bronco. I'll put the big coil on it, see if it quiets down. This is driving me crazy. I can't hunt like that. That's just nuts. Shouldn't be that way. It doesn't matter what mode I'm in either. It'll. But I was on beach with. I was in the beach with the big coil and it was fine. So at the Bronco. The Bronco. Let's change that big coil. Let's see what happens. We'll gain more ground with it anyway. This one's got to have her thing going on too. Ready for launch. Ready for launch. Over on this side. Over on this side. Over here. Ready? Here we go. Hey, I didn't throw it yet. You ready? See ya. 100 miles an hour. 100 miles an hour. What a wreck. What a wreck. Yeah, let's get this. Let's try to see if we can get this big coil a spin to see if we're still chattery all over the place. May have to send this small coil back. But that ain't right. We don't like what ain't right. So the SC30, big one. Oh yeah. She's something else. But I have her like, cause she is my service dog, like legitly, she's certified that way. So if you see me fall over and go into a seizure and she's on top of me, you'll know why. That'd be a fun live stream, but she also works with me at work, and then of course she does my duty as some protecting and her ballies. Well, it's all about them ballies. It's all about the ballies. They're absolutely smart dogs. All right, let's try the SC30 coil and see if we're still crazy train unstable. And it's still jumping around. Let's get down here where we started and see if we can walk down this way. Go to M2, 10 sensitivity, ground balance, ground balancing, little noise cancel. If it's still chattery, I don't know what to tell you. I'm gonna have to send this video over to Ryan from Metal Detecting Shop and let him see it. Pretty quiet. Maybe that small coil. Oh, let me get you guys so you can hear the machine. A little chirp here and there, but nothing. Of course, there'll be something there, but Echo I got when she was 6 months, Scotland. The problem with the Malinois breed is they're a working dog, and they're a canine dog, and they're very aggressive, and it's very hard to find Belgian Malinois that's not aggressive. And it took me 2 years to find her because I wanted her demeanor. The police department in Atlanta, Georgia got all of the litter she came from, but they didn't want her because she was her demeanor wasn't aggressive for them to train to be, a police dog. So I've been looking for almost 2 years to find because I wanted a Malinois, but I wanted to make her my service dog. So, but yeah, I mean, it's not, they're not really a dog to have if you're at work all the time. They don't like being alone. Oh gosh, yeah. Yeah, she's ridiculous. Back up. Back up. Back up. Back up. Back up. Back up. You ready? You ready? Sometimes she'll catch it like a Yankees outfielder. Drop it. Drop it. Drop it. All right. Between. This is her guard stance, so I have her to go in between my legs, between. So this way, if somebody's in my house and I'm clearing the house with my firearm, I know where she's at, connected to me. All right, halt, halt, halt. Here. Halt. Down. I've been teaching her also to crawl. Down. 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 I'm teaching her to crawl. So if I'm on the ground. Gets her volley time that way. Get out here with the pop and get the volley time. It's still chattering. I don't know what to tell this guy. He told me it's fixed, but I don't think they fixed it. It shouldn't chatter this way, even with this. So I could bring my O or X out here and it'll be quiet as a church mouse. I mean, this coil seems more quiet, but I still get an odd peep here and there, and I'm only 10 sensitivity. But it's definitely more quiet. Oh yeah, she climbs up 30-foot extension ladders, cliffs, you name it. She'll try to climb trees. The problem is they can hurt themselves pretty easy. Because they don't stop. Like some dogs will get tired and just quit. She has no quit in her. She'll just go until she has a heart attack. What tones am I running? I forgot. Did I set that correctly or not? Yeah, I'm in 60 tones. Get about a foot away, 2 or 3 feet away from that sideline is usually where everybody sits. But I'm just testing this out. Figured I'd test out a live stream with you cats. Right? It's just, it just bounces. It's not as bad with the big coil, but it bounces, and it shouldn't. Not with a multi-frequency machine. Shouldn't do that. No. I like the machine. I mean, on the beach, it was amazing, but that's probably sounds like foil. That's better, 33. Pull tab nickel range. Kind of deep-ish. Kind of deep-ish. Here she comes with the Bali. You know, throw it right in at my feet. It's either a pull tab, piece of. It's definitely in the. Hey, goodbye. Get out of here. Yeah, I shouldn't chatter like that at all. Pull tab. Called it. I said it was a pull tab or nickel by the numbers. Yeah, it definitely shouldn't be dead quiet. Because it's just, you can see it bouncing. See it? Just going crazy. That's in G, discrimination. Yeah, yeah. And both coils, so because they had me do a video and send it into the repair place for Nokta, and I did. I showed them both coils, and they said, so I had to take a screw out of this right here, take the head off, and send the head in. But it shouldn't be that way. And they said they replaced the main board in it. I don't know. But they just put a brand new board in it, supposedly. Well, at least that's what they said. And this is, and I put the latest update in it too, which didn't really matter. A little bit of a 20 signal. It's probably aluminum or foil or something, but they're worth checking out. Yeah, but it shouldn't chatter like this. There's no way. I've had Minelabs. I had Explorers. I had a Minelab E-Track for years back in the day. Fisher CZ21s, Fisher CZ 3Ds. I mean, I've had a lot of detectors over 30 years, and I've seen coil issues, and it sounds like a coil issue, but it's not, because both coils doing it, unless both coils are bad, which I would probably doubt, but Pultabimus. But it's just, it goes nuts. I've tried, the M1, M2. If I go to M3, any of the single frequencies don't matter. Yep, Scotland, exactly. And that's what I was explaining to them. And I showed the video of both coils doing exactly what you guys are seeing. And they said, no, send the head in. So I did. 2 weeks later. Well, it took about almost a month because I had to get a hold of them. Wait for a ticket to come in and then send the head in. And 2 weeks later, I get it back. And it just said replace the main board. But screamer right there. That's 60s. Whew. I'm not that great at pinpointing with the coil without using the pinpointer. That's probably a buried can, I would say. I don't know, it's pretty high. We'll take a plug and take a look at it. We'll take a look. But I think it's a can down there. It's got to be something big. It sounds small, but could be a manhole cover at 6 feet. Oh. May have it in the plug. Let's see, gang. There it goes. There it goes. Wow, that rang up high too. Penny. Is it a memorial? Is it a penny or a dime? Let me see. I don't know. It's pretty worn. It's hard to tell. Can you guys tell what that is? No, it's a dime, I think. It's a dime. Hard for my old eyes to see it. It looks like it's got ridges on it. Or it might be a penny. Nope, it's a shield penny. That's what it is. A penny with a shield on it. I can see it now. That rang up high for that, though. It's weird. Strange. Strange. Yeah, I'm going to probably have to send this back in. The good thing is I have the ORX to swing, and I know how that works, so... Catch up on my chat. Yeah. It does. Scotland, and I've done factory reset a couple of times. Like I haven't done any, I don't know, any kind of like settings with it other than just going into the modes and adjusting a little bit here and there, but nothing, like I don't have like anything saved. I think you have to do. No, I think it's too empty now. I think there's a way to, I forgot. I'll have to look up how to do a reset. Now I emptied that one. But I think there is a way to do a factory reset. I'll do it again. I just forget. Because everything is icons on this and there's no... Weird. Now everything's like high toning. You get high tone false and it was a low tone false. But you hear it just sitting there chattering. Trying to see if I can get it with a pinpointer. I don't want to dig too deep. I will leave it. It was just sitting there, sending out Morse code. And I could noise cancel it again, but it won't matter. Try noise canceling again. Shut it off, turn it back on to see what happens. Yeah, I know, right? Yeah, it's just noise canceling. It doesn't matter where I go. It shouldn't do that. It just shouldn't. I know it shouldn't, because I know it runs quiet and like, but it shouldn't. I should be able to come out to a place. I can come out here. If I can come out here with the ORX, which is single frequency for gold prospecting, and it's quiet, I should be able to come out here and not get EMI with a multi-frequency machine, like simultaneous multi-frequency. That's just, it shouldn't be that way. But it's going. Let me try something. I told them I was going to do this. I'm going to disconnect the coil and connect it again and see what happens. Yeah, something's definitely not copacetic. Not really what I was hoping for, and it's starting to rain on us too. Let's try it again. Still buzzing away. I'm in M3. Try noise canceling again. It shouldn't be this. Shouldn't do this. I'm in 12. Let's go down to 10. It's still chattering. See it? Shouldn't be that way. Oh, this one right here is actually beautiful on the beach. And I had one of my videos I just posted. I took it because I bought this just because of the beach, because I do some beach detecting, and the ORX it's okay, but it's nothing like a multi-frequency on the beach. And I used to beach hunt a lot 20, 30 years ago, and that's all I really ever did. And I had multiple underwater machines and stuff like that. This is supposedly go underwater up to like 20 feet. I got an Emu Blue 3 hookah system to dive with, and I just wanted a really underwater beach machine. That's why I got this, but I just know that there's something not copacetic with this thing chirping the way it's doing. Try again. I'm bouncing it again. Ground check. Hey, goodbye. Goodbye. Foil. Yeah, I run my ORX, the XP ORX, which is basically just like the Gold Cruiser, on the beach. It has a salt mode for the ORX that helps ground balance in the wet salt sand. But I mean, in the dry sand, it's fine. It's just once you start getting down into that wet salt water, and the mineralization is real high. But it's really those machines are really made for mineralization because they're gold machines. I get the same kind of feedback, but I know it's more, and I don't get as much depth either in the wet salt sand with the single frequency. I know the multis do, but the single frequencies it's tough on them. And you're constantly having to ground balance and stuff like that. And I like the fact that when I ground balance this, no matter what frequency I'm in, when it's flashing like that, that means it's ground tracking. So it'll automatically keep the ground balance. Whenever the ground changes, it'll keep it. And I like that about this machine, which my ORX doesn't do that. I'm constantly having to ground grab with it to keep it stable. Okay. I didn't know that. I didn't know that. Pretty quiet out here. It was busy over there when I got that silver piece of a chain. There's 3 pieces. That new 925. Oh yeah, the XP. I got an older video where I've actually found a .03 nugget in a tailings pile with it, with the ORX. Yeah, and actually, to be no kidding, this is actually just as sensitive to small gold as the ORX is, and I'm surprised because usually these kind of all-arounder machines like this that aren't specific, like cruisers and ORXs, things like that. This is more of just an all-around beach park. You know, they normally wouldn't pick up small gold, and this actually does pretty well, surprisingly. Because some machines you could put small gold right up to the coil and scrub it, and it still doesn't ring out. And this I can get just the same distance away from small gold as I can with the ORX. Yeah, it's waterproof down to about 20 feet. Panama. Yeah, yeah, you're better. I like the cruiser over the monster myself. I liked Minelab. I was a big Minelab guy. Well, first I started, off with, Fisher CZ 3Ds and stuff like that. All analog machines, Minelab Sovereigns. There was no digital screen back then. And one of my favorite machines was the Fisher CZ21, which you could go down 100 feet in the water. It was a diving machine. And that's what I beach hunted with. It was 3-tone analog. And the tones and how the tones sounded is how you gauged if it was a good target or not. But I was clearing almost 10,000 a summer just in fines off the beaches of New York City every year. But I think I got away from mine. I did have a Minelab E-Track. I had a Fisher F75, but then I went to a Minelab E-Track, and that was a beautiful machine, heavy, but it was a really nice machine. And then once I moved, I went with the ORX. It's probably a sprinkler head right there. Yep, exactly. I think Minelab, to me, after the Explorers and the E-Tracks, Minelab's build quality went way down. They have good hardware internally, like they're the they're the name of the game. They're the top of the hill when it comes to electronics inside their machines, without a doubt. Like they have it down, you know. But where they started failing, wow, we're getting this very broken signal right there. But after when they started making the Equinox and now the Manicore, once I looked at the Equinox when it first came out as a beach hunter, saltwater hunter, I said to everybody, there's no way that machine's going to hold up beach hunting. And it didn't. The Equinox is notorious for leaking and having to be sent in. They just the build quality on the outside of the machines just suffered after the Explorers and the E-Track. And I love the build quality of Nokta, what they're doing. I just think they got to get their internal stuff correct. Let's see if I can find this. Not a whole lot of signals over here, and the ground's dry. Oof. Ground is dry on this one with the Bali. Let's go send her on a mission. Let's go send her on a mission. Ready to go on a mission? See ya. Oh my God. All right, Scotland. They didn't be there, but man, it's deep. Deep, deep, deep. Ground is super dry here. And I'm wore out from prospecting. Yesterday I made a video that's going to come out soon down at the Lost Mine site, so I'm kind of wore out. Still super deep. The manhole cover. Did I miss it? Did I miss it? I missed it completely. It's actually right there. Or it's two targets. Oh, the ground is dry, dry, dry. I'm not that great with my big coil yet. Wow. I couldn't hit a broadside of a barn if I was 5 feet from it. Whatever it is, it's small. Oh my gosh. I think it's two targets in here. Whenever you guys are watching videos of metal detectors, it looks so easy. Like it's just 1, 2, 3. They're pulling targets out of the ground. It's never that easy. There you go. Echo. Hey, hey, come here. Getting this guy's the ball. She went after the ball. Sorry, you're good. You're good. You're good. She went after these guys' soccer ball. She's friendly. She just likes ball. Poor guys in their soccer ball. That's why I don't come out here when there's people, because it's like, it's like, hey, a ball. Little corroded Z Lincoln. That's why I was chiming in all different numbers. Panama Prospector, I agree with you. That's why I got away. The E-Track was just too much. And I just like the simplicity now. So that's why instead of getting a Deus or a Deus 2, I went with the ORX. It's just so simple. Turn on and go, lightning on a stick. It hammers. You know, it's just, and that's why I went with the Score instead of the Legend, because I just didn't want to have an engineering degree in programming to set up a machine. I just want to really just get some basic settings, turn on and go. My knee pad's falling. Backups. But I got a really good price on the triple over the single and the double. It's a penny signal. But there's a penny right there on the ground. Right there on the ground, you see it? I got a jar at home, like a coffee can, and it's almost full. And when it's full, I'm going to cash it in, and whatever I get out of it, I'm going to buy another detector with it. Something cheap, probably. Yeah, dry ground is no joke. It's tough. I mean, we're getting a little bit of light rain right now, but the ground just absorbs it. I swung over here earlier. Could do surface finds. Bring a screwdriver with you, and then you can go on the field, detect the fields. But you don't ever want to be on the field and have this in your hand, or a digger in your hand, just like a screwdriver, and just do surface finds. Still jumping around on us. Still jumping around on us. Yeah, I want to get out in the desert and do some prospecting and detecting too. Thought about going out to no 30s, 40s, might be a penny. Thought about going out to like Arizona for like a week. Bring the ATV and the gear. Wow, the ground is dry. We're in the plug. Ah, sorry guys. Side of it. Nope, pull tab. Pull tabimus. So I'll tell you guys a story. Years ago, when I was detecting the beaches in New York City, New Jersey, stuff like that, I'd go to Coney Island, Brighton Beach, all of that. I have a friend of mine that lives up in Haverstraw, New York, and I got him into metal detecting. And he bought it was back then, I was using my E-Track, and he had I think he was either a Sovereign or a Minelab Safari. and I was teaching him how to beach hunt, and we were doing some dry sand, you know, because I wanted him to get used to the targets and how things sound and stuff like that. Well, we were on a very condensed beach that had just thousands of targets over 100 years. And so we, you know, pull tab signals is what you have to go after the pull tab signals. Like you have to. You're in dry sand, it's pretty easy. That's a penny signal. So he got tired of digging pull tabs, and he was in front of me, and he hit a pull tab. I heard him hit it, you know, what sounded like a pull tab. And he said, it's just another pull tab, and walked off. And I was like, hey, Jim, you got to get those, you know. That's what we're after. Those targets, those signals, those tones. He walked away from it. So I walked over there with my E-Track, found his so-called pull tab. I dug it up, and it was a platinum Tiffany wedding ring, valued at a couple $1,000s at the time. Then he wanted his pull tab back. I was like, nope. He walked away from it. It was fair game. But yeah, you gotta dig those pull tab signals for sure. In the dirt, I can understand it. In the sand, though, or in a tot lot, you know, in the wood chips where it's easy digging, yeah, go for the foil signals, go for the pull tabs, you know. That whole aluminum range, a lot of can slaw. Man, just not a lot of targets out here today. It's kind of crazy. We did quiet down a little bit. We'll go to M2. See if it's any better, but it kind of quieted down a little bit. I think once I'm done with the live stream, I'll put the small coil back on and play with it and see if I can't look up online how to do the reset, the factory reset like Sky. I've done it before. I just don't know how to do it here in the field. Not easy. Yeah, you never know. You just don't. I mean, I can get pretty good at calling what things are. Like that's either a memorial scent that's ringing at 46 and it's deep. I got 4 bars depth. Or it's a dime. But it sounds small. It's clean. It's not bouncing around a whole lot. Right under the coil right there. We'll give it a shot. We'll give it a look. 46. Whenever you get into that 46, 47 range, that's usually a dime with this machine. 45 to 40 is usually memorial pennies and zinc pennies and stuff like that. High 30s, depending on how corroded it is. Change the numbers. Now it's in the 30s. Maybe a zinc. Just depends, you know. Sometimes there's targets next to it. Sometimes you got this one. In the plug, isn't it? Yep. Could have dug that with a hand digger, but sorry, I'm gonna get you guys straightened out of here. It's right in that root ball, wherever it is. I'm just so fatigued from running material all day yesterday, prospecting, cleaning out the cut. There it goes right there. Corroded zinking. Look at how corroded that guy is. He's real corroded. You've been in there a while. Think about where I live. Nobody metal detects. I'm the only metal detector in my whole area. Like, I've been to hundreds of parks, places. Nobody metal detects here. I've never seen another person metal detecting in 10 years I've been here. Catch up on chat real quick. Yeah. Kivas Road, I hear you, brother. I hate the numbers, never accurate, but better than nothing at all. Well, like I said, I grew up metal detecting 30 years ago, and I started metal detecting on analog machines only. And when you got in, when you were running Fisher CZ 3Ds and things like that, the Fisher analog machines, you had the Minelab had the Sovereign, which was the control under the arm with analog. Tones was our digital screen, and how good a machine was tonally mattered back then, because all you could rely on is what you could hear. Like, it wasn't just a simple beep and it was done. It had to have nuances within the tone and how a tone sounds, and that's how we measured what was in the ground, like as far as accuracy goes. These machines are okay. The E-Track was very accurate with its ID on the screen. Modern day, the closest tonally machine I've heard that sounds anything close to what I used to run is the XP-ORX. Has a real nice tonal variation as well. She's ready. All right, break over, Papa. Time to rock and roll. Well, I'm not actually in the field, and I know the park groundskeepers. This is two sides. There's a road running here. I can go to the other side. There's a tot lot and about 6 more of these fields on the other side of that road over there. I know the groundskeepers here, and they know I don't go inside of the field unless I'm just doing surface finds. Like, once I cross this line, I won't even carry my shovel with me. And I usually have like a screwdriver that I made into a popper, but I'll only do surface finds inside the area. I won't dig anything. I only dig on the outside. And I know what the sprinkler heads sound like, so I don't dig those up either. Check this out, guys. Here they come. Look at these guys coming inbound. Little Blackhawks. Got 3 of them. Nice. Don't see too many Blackhawks here. We have a lot of C-130s. We have a lot of C-130s, but never too many Blackhawks like that. This one with the wall. Haunts me. Haunts my dreams. Haunts my dreams, that Bali. I need to find a nice clean signal somewhere, but far and few between. Yeah. We have Lockheed Martin real close to where I live here. Big base. They make the C-130s. You always see C-130s flying around here. Well, I've been living for over an hour. That's crazy. It doesn't feel like there's a decent signal. It's 12. I hear iron in it. It's grunting. Don't. That's foil for sure. Foil for sure. $54, $55, $60. That's either a quarter or a big piece of a can. What do you guys think? In the 50 ranges. Bouncing around though. In the plug. Yeah, I do too. I do too, Scotland. For the most part. Oh, that was shallower than I thought. Why is this screen doing? I have to lock my screen. There it goes. Penny. I thought it was. It's weird that this doesn't. It's not reading right either. So something's off with it for sure. After getting back from the beach, I'm gonna have to send it back in, or just have them send me a completely new machine. Yeah, it's hitting targets, but it ain't reading right. It's still bouncing all over the place. And I'm out in the middle of, nowhere. I mean, like, it should be able to handle this, no problem. I mean, I've been out here many times in the past. I'm gonna head to the truck, guys. But yeah, something's definitely not right with it for sure. 'Cause I see guys online on YouTube with their triple scores, and they're just as quiet as my Mind Labs were. Can I help you with something? Can I help you with something? Out of here with that wally. Out of here with that wally. Non-stop. What do you guys think about the live stream? Shallow 20 right there. Shallow 20 right there. What do you guys think about me doing live stream? Like, is it worth doing? Should I just do video instead? I think that's a sprinkler head, but it feels like anyway. Yep, sprinkler head. Oh, nice. All right, cool. No, Panama, I actually sent the head in because it doesn't matter with the small coil or the big coil. It didn't matter, so they told me to send the head in. So there's a screw you take out right here. You take that screw out, and this head comes off the shaft, and I sent this in. 2 weeks later, they sent it back to me, and they said they replaced the main board on it. But it's doing the exact same thing now. It was stable when I got it back, but now it's starting to do the same exact thing, so I don't know. Don't know. Maybe a Friday machine or something. Oh, yeah. Yeah, that'd be a good one, right? Let's see. You got to drop it, though. You got to drop it. Okay, here we go. Let's see, can we score it in the net? You ready? In the net. all the way through the net. Yeah. I got to burn that energy. Yeah, me too. I like conversation. Hey, go get your bally. Bring it. I have some tennis courts over by my house, and I take her out to the woods out there, and she finds all the lost tennis balls. But she likes these rubber ones, but she breaks them after about a week. I constantly replace them. She's walking between my legs. He's done. Nothing but 100% wide open all the time. Better eat your Wheaties if you're gonna have a dog like that. She'll work you to death. Work you to death. Yeah, I'm gonna go when I go back to the car. I'm gonna close the live stream, guys. I'm gonna look up on how to factory reset this, play around with this a little bit, and see if I can get this thing straightened out. If not, I'm gonna have to get a hold of Ryan from the metal detecting shop and tell him, look, it just ain't right. It was right in the beginning, but now it's back to the way it was. Yeah, always attention. She's glued to me like, forget it. Still between my legs as I'm walking. A wink. I appreciate you guys coming and hang out with us for a little bit. I'm just testing the live stream thing out, figuring it out, trying to figure this out, dealing with this one constantly. Get some gold prospecting in. I got a video I did yesterday, so that should be coming out pretty soon. I cleaned up the cut that I made, that big cut. Thanks, Scotland. I appreciate you, man. I appreciate you. Our guy Aaron is moving from Georgia to Ohio, I think. Scotland, from what I hear. Nope, not. Hey, she's all right. Hey, come here. No, come. Hey, you better not. She's friendly, guys. She's a service dog. She's friendly. She's friendly. Hey, come here. Let me get her collar. Here, hold on. Hey, here, bring it. Bring your bally. Bring it. Yeah, bring it. Echo, bring your bally. Kick her ball over this way, guys. That little ball, just kick it. There you go. Thank you. She just loves to play. So she sees a ball and she's like, I want in, you know. All right, gang. Yeah. Yep. You too, Kiwis. Yep. Thanks, Scotland. I'll see you guys later. I appreciate you guys.